So good afternoon, good morning, buenos dias, bom dia. Thank you all for joining us. And we have two special ladies today, Sarah and Freya from Private Travel Iceland, our DMC. We're going to be speaking about the group, and they're going to take us on a lovely trip. So I let them share the screen and tell us more about what they have in mind for your clients.
Thank you, Dominique. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction for those who have never joined one of our webinars before and just a quick overview of Private Travel Iceland. And then I'm going to hand you over to Freya, who's joined our team recently and has been working on some exciting group tours, and she's going to run through those for us.
Thank you.
This is then when the presentation doesn't move. So why Private Travel License? So we are a small full service DMC, and we take care of everything for your clients from the moment they arrive into Iceland to the moment they depart. We like to be a full service DMC because Iceland's weather can be unpredictable. So it's easier for us to be in control of all the arrangements, the accommodation, the transportation, the guiding, and activities in case we need to maneuver anything whilst the clients are on the ground. So our turnaround time, we pride ourselves in how quickly we can get our quotations over to you. It's usually within a few hours on the same day. Obviously, sometimes there are some time differences. So if people's inquiries are coming through in the evening, then you'll get them the following morning when you log on. If it's an inquiry that's a little bit different or requires a little bit more or something that takes a little bit longer for us, we will let you know, and we'll let you know how long it sort of takes for us to get it over to you. We've also, as well, this summer, it was a great time to implement it, but we've got our new itinerary system, which is an online. We're sending a link across, and they're looking so amazing, all in our sort of brand colors. So we'll use some examples of those on the next presentation for those who haven't seen them yet. So as I mentioned, we're a full service DNC, and one of our biggest strengths is our guides. So Jon, one of our co-owners, is an ex-guide, and he heads up our guide portfolio. He will be training our guides, teaching them about all of your clients' needs, because he's guided everyone from our regular families up to our sort of high-end royalty and celebrities. So he knows what our clients expect from us on the ground. We won't just work with any guide just for the sake of it. We're very particular. And we won't just take a booking if we can't get availability with one of our guides that we work with. So we want to just sort of assure you on that. Just changes on the ground, as I mentioned, with Iceland because of the weather and things. We're always sort of the operations team are always looking ahead for your clients when they're on the ground, what they're doing in the next coming days, checking the weather to see if we need to maneuver anything round, and doing that seamlessly without us bothering you and without us sort of bothering the clients either. Once all those changes have been made, the guide will sit down with your clients and just go through all of those things that are happening. We do offer self-drive in the summer months, so sort of end of April through to early October. And it's more of a personalized self-drive. We have an arrival transfer instead of collecting the car in the airport. We have one of our amazing operations team come down and meet your clients, go through the itinerary, the do's and don'ts of driving in Iceland, what to see, what to avoid, and answer any questions that they have. And then we stay in contact with your clients. And then we also include, hey, matches Dominique's background, a super Jeep day. So we can go into the interior, into Lamanleur or into Thorsmork, just to sort of break up that driving as well, so they could have a guide for the day. Payments and commissions, we usually build in sort of 10% commission for yourself. If you need a different amount, just let us know. And we take payments via wire or credit card where we don't charge a fee. Lastly, I just want to sort of show the difference between Iceland in summer and winter. Obviously, we have a lot of repeat clients coming back and experiencing the different seasons. We're now coming sort of tail end of summer where we would have had like 24 hours of daylight, and coming into that northern light winter season where in the deepest, darkest winters we're 3 to 4 hours of daylight. So this is Gullfoss in the Golden Circle in the summer, and here it is in the winter. So you can see the massive differences in just one sort of location. And then, as I mentioned, with the winter months, we have those northern lights. So what I'm going to do now is hand you over to Freya, who's going to be talking about our exciting group tour program that she's been working on for 2026.
Thank you, Sarah. So we are quite excited to share this with you. The tours represent the best of the best in Iceland, and we felt there was a need on the market for a new product and in our portfolio. So we are going to start with 2 departures next year in April and in September. The seasons in April and September are completely different, but still very unique. The tours are small group experiences, maximum 18 to 20 people and minimum 6. The pricing, it's rack rates, so we are including your 10% commission in these rates. Yeah, next slide.
Next slide. I will start now.
Yeah.
So
The tour in April, we're going to start with that one. April is kind of in between the seasons. We have winter in the highlands and we still have the early spring in the city. There is a high chance of seeing the northern lights because the nights are still very dark. But still we have the longer daylight in the daytime. The first day starts with a private transfer from the airport, and then there is nothing scheduled in the daytime. Depending on the arrival time, people have some free time in the city. And then the guide meets the group for a dinner. The next day is Reykjavik City sightseeing in the morning, a lava show VIP experience where you see some melting lava. And then it's a long night because we have booked a private boat to take the group to Viðey Island. It's an island just right outside of Reykjavik, and there is one boat company, our partner company, that has like exclusive access to the island. And on the way back, if conditions are good, we're going on a Northern Lights cruise. There is a private dinner on the island, and after the dinner, there is a cruise on the bay. The next day, we go horseback riding on a farm very close to Reykjavik. And next to the farm, there is a home of the most famous Icelandic writer. He won a Nobel Prize once, and we visit his home. It's quite an exclusive visit and a private visit. Before we go to the National Park of Þingvellir. It's a part of the Golden Circle, so we are also including some must-see sites on the way. And then we end the day at Fontana. It's an rye bread, we call it like a geothermal bakery, where they cook bread in the ground and you taste the bread where it's warm and has been baking in the black sand beach kind of.
yeah, it's so delicious, isn't it? Watching them bring it up and then they bring it up warm and then they take it and you get to try it with
you have the Icelandic butter melting on the bread. It's quite unique.
Very good.
It's a good experience. So, of course, we have to finish the whole Golden Circle. We visit the one and only geyser and Gullfoss, and April is the best season to go on the glaciers in Iceland because there has been snow piling up the whole winter and we have the long daylight, so we go on a snowmobiling adventure on the glacier. We take the Highland roads from Gullfoss. It's like a 4x4, so it's a bit of a super cheap adventure as well. And then in the evening, there's a greenhouse called Friðheimar. It's a tomato farm. And there's a private dinner inside the greenhouse. Quite unique. And then the group goes down to the South Shore. The South Shore of Iceland is quite famous for all the waterfalls. And this picture you see, it's one of the waterfalls called Seljalandsfoss, and you can walk behind the waterfall if you're not afraid to get a little wet. It's very cool, and take pictures like this in the rain. And it's very often like a rainbow as well. Quite unique. And then there are these ancient caves, man-made caves we explore. It's believed to be older than the settlements of the Vikings, so there's a lot of history there. And on this day, it's gonna be a great place to taste some Icelandic craft beers and hear about the history of the caves before we drive to the amazing Blue Lagoon Retreat Hotel. And for the next day, there is a leisure time at the lagoon, enjoying the spa and relaxing after all the adventure in Iceland. And there is also an optional hiking tour to a mountain just next to the lagoon. And on the top of the mountain, you have views over the new lava fields in Iceland, because we have had quite many eruptions in the last 2 years. And yeah, there are great views over the whole new lava fields. And on the last day, just private departure transfers to the airport. So we feel like this is including some unique sites, still some must-see sites, and some, unique experience. Anything you want to add on this, Sarah?
No, I think it's just a great overview. We've
Yeah,
recently sort of been having a lot of inquiries of maybe solo travelers or people that like to travel with other people, and that's why we were sort of thinking about the group tours, because usually if you're traveling by yourself or with another person in Iceland, it doesn't make much difference to the price. So when you are by yourself, it is quite costly. So we thought by having this group experience, it can make it more affordable for people. So that April one's a great sort of nice quiet time, as Freya said, in between seasons to experience those sort of main highlights of the country. And then we worked on a second one, which Freya will go through now in September, where we just wanted to make it a little bit different, like make some other sort of areas more accessible to people.
exactly. The September tour, some things are similar that we feel like are the must-see sites in Iceland, like the Golden Circle. Every visitor to Iceland wanna kind of click the box and see the Golden Circle. And same with the Blue Lagoon retreat. But the first day is quite similar. People are arriving on different flights, so there is not much in the schedule except for welcome dinner with the guide, where he goes over the plan for the next few days. The first day is Reykjavik city sightseeing. We have a private museum visit and a private whale watching yacht tour from the Reykjavik downtown harbor. So this day is a not so tight schedule, it's a bit relaxed. The day after, it's the Golden Circle with Þingvellir, the national park, Geysir, the hot spring, and Gullfoss, the waterfall, and also the rye bread baking tour as the other tour. But what's different here from Gullfoss, we continue to this 4x4 Highland road and go basically in the middle of the Highlands of Iceland to Kerlingafjöll. It's a new luxurious highland base. So it's giving like tourists the chance of exploring the highlands and still enjoying some nice accommodation and bathing in geothermal pool.
Yeah, because before that it was mainly just sort of hut accommodation in this
Yeah,
sort of
just
area.
sleeping bag bunk beds.
Yes.
So this has
So
kind
it was
of
never really accessible to
no,
our clients, but the Blue Lagoon have kindly opened up this amazing resort last year, so it's made it more accessible for all kinds of tourism.
exactly. And this area is quite famous. You see the colorful mountains all around. It's because of the geothermal activity, and there are hot springs all over the area and like smoke coming from the ground. It's very unique and beautiful. We are going to spend 2 nights there, and there is one day for like optional activities. People can go and hike to this geothermal valley with a lot of hot springs, or go on an e-bike tour in the highlands. But still, all the mountains around are in these colors and some green stones, and it's very unique and beautiful. Um, and from there, after 2 days in the highlands, we drive back down, enjoy and visit the Friðheimar, the tomato farm. There's lunch there, and then we go to the lava tunnel called Raufarhólshellir. Try to pronounce it. And it's an old lava tube, like 5,000 years ago. The lava was flowing in these tunnels. and people can explore it now with helmets and headlights, and it's going to be a private visit for our group there. And then, of course, we end the trip at the Blue Lagoon Retreat Hotel for some relaxation. I would say this trip is more adventurous, but still it's for everyone. You don't have to be super fit or anything to join the tour, but it's in the middle of the highlands. It's a bit bumpy road to go to the highland base. So yeah, but still it fits. It's not for super fit people.
I think once you
But
get
yeah,
to the Highlands,
yeah,
can't you? You can do as little or as much as you like. Like Freya said, there's optional
exactly.
activities. So if you want to go off on a 6, 7 hour hike, go for it. We can schedule that with the guides there, or on an e-bike adventure. Or if you just want to just admire the scenery and use the hot pools in the hotel, then there's that option as well. So it's to suit all sort of levels.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Personally, I think September's my favorite time to come to Iceland. The colors are so stunning. It's, you're getting into those autumnal colors. And I feel in September you've got the best of the both. You still have a good length in the day, but you've still got a really good chance of seeing the northern lights and things. So I do think it's like the best of both worlds.
Exactly. All the fall colors and the nature. I think it's my favorite season. You don't really
All the
expect
kids have gone back
much.
to school.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's a lot nicer sort of time.
And we often have nice weather in September. We kind of expecting it to be windy, but often we have so many good days.
Yeah.
And the Northern Lights, I even saw them, 1 week ago. They are already here. So, and the
I
sky
was going
is
to say I
clear.
was reading they're out already in August. So it's amazing. It's
Yes, they're early. And yeah,
but
September is amazing. It's not so many tourists. Almost no one is traveling in the Highlands. That we chose the Highland base, even though it's the best season for the Highlands. So it's kind of, I think, yeah, tourists still have to discover what Iceland has to offer in September.
yes.
oh, thank you very much. Actually, I see a question about the weather in April from Gwen. What is the weather in April?
As I said, it's in between season. The April is usually nice in the city. It's the early days of spring, but
Uh-huh,
in the Highlands we still have winter conditions, so that's why we combine it with snowmobiling in the Highlands. But in the city, it's the early spring.
uh-huh.
It's difficult to say a temperature, but it's nice.
We always, yeah, it's, I think with a lot of places now, the weather now has become so unpredictable.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the best thing to do to come when you come to Iceland is come prepared for all weather and layers with your
Yeah.
And
clothes is the
the
best
weather
thing.
changes very fast. You
Yeah.
can go
You
out
can
in
experience
sunshine.
all four seasons in a day. So
Yes,
Voilà.
exactly.
When you're also asking what happens if a client do not want to go horse riding.
It's an optional activity. It's very close to the city, so we have also included a minibus transfer for those that don't want to join the horses, want to sleep in.
Uh-huh.
Or it can also be as just a stable visit if you just want to go and see the horses.
Now,
You
the
don't
same
have to
way you
go
have the
anywhere.
same flexibility in September when you
Yes,
say people want to go
yes.
hiking and can do that. Huh? All
yeah.
right. I do not see any other questions, so I don't know if there is anything. So basically, the group could be private, but because you said there is a 6 people minimum, so a family of 6 or 8 can just book
Yeah.
the group. Huh?
Yeah. 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Voilà. But then if you have another family who wants also September, what do you do? Do you have another group? You can
We'll have to put
another
another one
family?
together. Yeah.
Voilà. Enfin, you will see and you will adjust. Huh? But it sounds fantastic. So that's why I think you're going to have a lot of interest for that.
Yeah, it's just
Definitely.
making it more accessible, isn't it, for
Yeah.
all
So,
people to
alors,
come and
buyout or solo traveler or couple meeting other couples or family. Huh?
yeah,
But
exactly. You get a lot of couples, don't you, that maybe they go on cruises a lot, so they're always mixing with
yes,
people.
yes,
Maybe
yes.
they're wanting something different. So
Yeah.
a small group tour is another good
But
option.
what we hear, I mean, I just came back from a big show. It's a solo traveler and women also. More and more
Yeah,
women traveling alone. So
yeah,
that's definitely an interest to have a nice place, a little group like you and surrounded by people like you And your guide, I think they'll feel very secure and nice to see you, to have a glance.
Yeah, Iceland's a great place for solo travel. Well, not in terms of cost, but in terms of safety and things like
Yes,
that.
yes,
Be
yes.
traveling by yourself.
All right. So I think you're gonna be sending the video, the recording to everyone, and
Yes, I will. Yeah,
we will also mention this when we do our own presentation, huh? Because that's
amazing.
definitely specific program to be targeting and sold. And
Yeah.
voilà. I don't see any other questions, so I think I don't know if you have anything to say, Sarah or Freya.
No, just thank you for everyone's time. And yeah, like Dominique said, I'll do the follow-up, so I'll send the recording across. And then you've got our contact details. So if you've got any questions, just let us know.
Perfect. Huh? Well, thank you, everybody. Buenas tardes, huh? And
Amazing.
have a good evening. And for you, yeah, you're a little more late in
We're
the
on the
we
weekend
are.
now.
Me, it's lunchtime, 12:30, so I'm thinking about the bread that you described. Huh? Do
Yes.
you think I didn't hear that? All
Yeah.
right. No, no.
Bread
Well,
and
it was
tomato
great to have
soup.
you with us. And everyone, thank you again for joining us. At 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to go to Sicily if you want to join us with our new hotel, Monarchy della Terre Nere. Voilà. So, Sarah, Freya, thank you again. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Dominique. We'll see you
Thank
soon.
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.